Hi, welcome back to the Milestone AI and Automation Center. In part 2 of this demo, we are going to show you a little bit about Amelia's observational learning capabilities. And her observational learning comes into play when she encounters processes or questions from an end user that she is not particularly familiar with, but she has the ability to learn from the actions of a human agent. So I've come into the web interface that you've seen earlier, and I'm going to ask for VPN access, which is a fairly common sort of everyday access request. And she can help. She can help with access to me. She can help with VPN access for me or for a team member. As you can see in this little help like a bar that's actually at the bottom. But I'm not interested in that. I am actually interested in a partner org that I'm working with, and I'm looking for access for their people. And notice she is not quite sure what a partner org is. She's giving me some helpful tips as to whether or not this is somebody at a milestone, and I'm trying to be helpful as well. And I say, no, a partner organization. And she still doesn't know what that is. So she's immediately escalated out. And I'm going to show you what happened here. I'm going to show you the section of Amelia's screen where she has sent over an escalation. This is sort of the ITSM side of Amelia, where you can have human agents who can be trained to pick up on conversations that she's actually escalated. So I am going to now, as a human agent, pick up on the conversation, and you're going to see a slightly different view of the conversational interface. You're seeing a process memory view, and this is important because this is where Amelia is going to document the new process that I'm actually going in as an agent. So on this screen, I am the human agent. On the other screen that you're going to see here as the end user, agent Amelia is left, and I have actually joined the conversation. And I'm going to start off by saying, hi, I see you have a special request. Now, on the right-hand side is Amelia's process map. On top of her process map that she's trained in, as a human agent, I am starting to have a conversation with the user. She is faithfully recording all the steps that I go through. And now I'm going to just go through a simulated conversation with myself as the end user. And I would say, I need access for some people at a partner organization. And I can go back to the human agent screen, and you can see that this information's come up. And I would say, okay, I need some more information. And as I respond back, you can see how she is tracking the entire conversation, the conversation from the end user's perspective that triggered the response, and the conversation that the human agent is having with her. And you can see this getting layered on top of the process. And let's say I say, this is for IPsoft. And then I'm going to ask her for one more piece of information. And for the purposes of this demo, I will close out the conversation and show you what happens to this workflow. And I'm going to close the conversation at this point. Now, once I've closed this conversation, this BPM, this business process, has actually been recorded. And let's look at where that is. So what you're looking at now is the business process and a designer framework that comes with Amelia. I can go look at all the processes that she's been trained on. I can also see all the dynamic processes that she's actually recorded, and you can see one that just got recorded as I was speaking to you. If I click on that, you can see the process that was just created by her. This is a new process that's now being overlaid on top of the existing training that she has. And this is fantastic because you do not have to actively seek out process changes. At Milestone, the cognitive team stays on top of these changes. These get reviewed on a weekly, bi-weekly basis, depending on the client's requirements and their environment constraints. And then we take the best practices out of these processes and we update Amelia's training so that the next time she encounters a process like this, she is able to respond in a much more fluent and in a much more end-to-end process solving point of perspective. Thank you very much, and stay tuned for more deep dives into Amelia and the training framework that she comes with.